Hi, I'm Missy from RamblingRoseFarmhouse.com, and today I'm going to show you the easiest, quickest way to freeze blueberries, and that is the best way that I have found to preserve them. So, thanks for joining me today. What I have is a bucket of blueberries that we picked yesterday evening, late when it was a little bit cooler. And normally we go right ahead, right then, and put those in the freezer, but I kept these out so that I could show you the method that we use to freeze them. So we have blueberry bushes here at our house. We have several, and we've had blueberries bushes for probably about 20 years. But before we had bushes, I'm not sure I had ever tasted a real blueberry before that. I think the only ones I'd ever tasted were the ones that come in like the pre-packaged blueberry muffins, which aren't really real blueberries, but anyway. And a friend of mine invited me to go blueberry picking with her. And so I went and we picked blueberries, and she told me how to freeze them. And what she told me is, don't wash them before you freeze them. You won't have as good a result. So just put them in the bags and put them up in the freezer. Well, I didn't listen to her because I thought, oh, they need to be clean. So I washed mine, and I did that for a few years, but I really was never happy with the blueberries when I took them out of the freezer. The skin was tougher on them. They seem to not really handle the freezing very well. And so later on in the time that, after we had bushes, people told me don't wash them. That's the key to really having them stay good in the freezer, is not washing them. So that's what I do now. But like I said, we grow our own blueberries, so I know they haven't been sprayed with anything. If you're picking at an organic farm, then you should be pretty confident to be able to freeze them without washing them first. If not, then you may have to do the washing process. But if you feel confident in freezing your blueberries without washing them, then this is for you. And I tell you what, my kids, when they're picking them, they're eating them as fast as they're picking them. So they're eating them unwashed when they're picking them. So I figured I might as well freeze them unwashed too. But what I do is I'll take them and I'll lay them out like this on a cookie sheet. And then I just go through them and I find the berries that still have little stems and things on them. And I pick out all those little stems. And sometimes there's a leaf or two. See, here's one with a stem in here. So I just kind of try to pick out I guess what you would call the debris that you don't want on your berries. There might be a berry that looks bad or that's not ripe or whatever. I pick those out, and then I just have right here with me a Ziploc. I'm going to put the year on it, and I'm going to go ahead and put these berries right into this bag. Now, if you freeze your berries like this, you can wash them when you take them out. If you're going to use them for cooking or for whatever, putting in a smoothie, whatever you're going to do with them, you can wash them after you take them out. You also can just kind of rinse them. If I want them thawed really quick, I'll just put them in a colander and run some warm water over them, and it'll go ahead and thaw them really fast. But they're really good just to use from the frozen state already. Okay, so after I get all those in the bag, I just go ahead and dump some more out. like I did there, and see here's a leaf in there. Pick out the leaves, pick out the stems. Like just pull, if you find them with the stems on them, just pull those stems off. And then, so I just keep going with my bucket like this and filling up my Ziploc bags until I get them all the way full. And then they have the date on them already. I take them and put them in the freezer. I wanted to show you real quickly how you can tell when blueberries are really ripe. So the berries on the right that are very shiny and dark looking are the ones that are ripe. The ones on the left that are a little bit whiter, they kind of almost have like a dusty look to them, those are not quite ripe yet. They're still fine, they're good to eat, but they could have stayed on the bush a little while longer. So these are not quite ripe, and these are like at the perfect ripeness. And I'm going to show you real quick what they're like when they come out of the freezer. So here's the bag that we already put in the freezer this year. This is the second time we've picked berries. And we'll be picking berries probably for the whole month. And this is what we do with them. We'll pick them, we'll put them in our bags, and we'll stick them in the freezer. But when you open your bag that's been in the freezer, you just have loose berries. So you can take out however many you want. I usually, a lot of times, if I know how many I need, say I need a half a cup, I just take this to the freezer with me, get my half a cup of berries, close my bag back up, and stick it back in the freezer. It's so easy to use blueberries when you have them like this in your freezer. And they really are clean, they're not dirty, so it works really good to freeze them this way. And you don't have to worry about quick freezing and all of that sort of thing. Freezing blueberries is probably the easiest thing that you will ever do as far as preparing your food to keep it for the whole winter. And a lot of people tell you that blueberries will only keep in the freezer for up to a year. I can assure you they will keep in the freezer longer than that. We have blueberries that have been in our freezer for a couple of years because we get so many. And we use them a lot, but we still have them in there. If anything, the skins on them might start getting a little tough, but they still work really well to put in smoothies and to bake with. So you can definitely keep them for a year or a little bit longer. I want to encourage you, if you don't have blueberry bushes and you're wanting to get started with some sort of growing your own vegetables, growing your own fruit, blueberry bushes are the easiest thing that we've ever grown. We planted them and we don't really ever do anything with them. They just take care of themselves. They're just easy maintenance. There's not a lot of pests that bother the blueberries. So that's one reason they're so easy to grow organically, because you don't have to spray them, you don't have to do things to them. So I would definitely recommend that you plant a couple of blueberry bushes. If you decide to do that, you do need to check, because some of the bushes need a different type. You can't plant just one type, you have to plant both types in order for them to make berries. So be sure and go to a nursery that's knowledgeable, that can help you decide what kind of berries you should get to plant. But anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something about freezing berries and how easy it is. And if you did learn something from this video and you enjoyed it, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and help me grow it. And be sure and hit the little bell, and then you'll be notified when I put new videos on. Thanks for joining me today at the farmhouse.